Welcome back to my corner of the internet. So, we're doing something a little bit different today. If you hear noise, my window is open, so don't mind that. Anyways, today is going to be like a little art vlog or so, kind of like a sketchbook tour, but not really a sketchbook tour. Just me showcasing art that I've done over like the past week or so. And as you can see, this first clip is from me doing practicing shading and texture practicing. It's just me practicing textures and different shades and stuff. I was having like a lot of art block, and I still kind of have art block now, but yeah, instead of me choosing not to draw, this is what I just did. And this was more shading that I done. I forgot to do scribble on the last sheet, but yeah, this is more shading that I've done. I was going through it. Art block was just art block had me in a chokehold, okay? But yeah, and I thought I would look on Pinterest to see like any other shading that I probably have missed. I think I did that cross contour wrong, but we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, I went on Pinterest looking up some other like shading that I might have missed, and this is one of the shadings that I did miss, which is just it's kind of the same as parallel lines, but instead of it being like one continuous line, it's short. So I thought I'd just add that in the extra two squares. Not squares. Where are the squares? Extra two circles. I thought I'd do this in one of the extra circles that I had. I still got a circle left open. Might go back to that later or something. I don't really know. And I'm just giving y'all a short demonstration. I think I did it wrong though, because it's supposed to be short, and I'm over here literally sketching like these long lines. So, demonstration, if you will. If you don't want to consider this a demonstration, that's fine. I don't really care. But yeah, art block has really had me in a chokehold for the past couple of days, or some time now. When? I don't know how long it's been, but it's ever since I finished my last sketchbook, and I did that my second sketchbook tour on this channel. Ever since I finished that sketchbook, I haven't really been wanting to draw anything or anything. Like for now, I feel like I'm just done with watercolor and gouache and all of that. Like I don't know, I might get back to it if I ever feel like it, but for now I'm kind of done, you know. But yeah, I have still been working on my Pantone cards, just drawing whatever. This time I decided to paint a person. This is my first time ever painting a portrait of somebody in a very small square. So it kind of looks weird. Those are the skin tone colors that I mixed. Well, that light color at the bottom is supposed to be the hair. You'll see in a second. I used it to make hair. But the other two colors are supposed to be skin tone colors, and I kind of did okay. It don't look that bad, especially for me to be painting so small. So I just noticed that you can see little tiny you can see tiny little spots of the background. That's not good. Anyways, let's not talk about that. But this is just me adding in the hair. I was struggling a bit because the paint, I don't know. I was trying to make it look like hair, like, cause it's so hard for me to draw these type of It's so hard for me to paint these type of details on such a small like surface. So I was really trying my best to try to get that like hair fuzzy texture that was in the picture that I used off Pinterest once again. But yeah, this was also me painting without like prepping it first. Like I use gesso on my Pantone cards. Use gesso. I use gesso so the paint can stick, because the Pantone cards are actually quite slippery without gesso. So you should prime your stuff with gesso. But I primed it that way, but like I didn't trace out all the proportions and what. I kind of just started painting just to kind of practice painting without constantly having to trace like the underlay or not trace, but draw out the underlay. So yeah, it's kind of wonky, kind of lopsided and whatnot. I think, yeah, because her face is supposed to be at an angle. This is how it turned out. I'm not really a fan, but at the same time, I did a lot better than I thought I was going to do, because I really thought I was going to ruin it. Like, I thought it was going to look like that old piece that I had in my old sketchbook tour. I might put a picture in of that, but yeah. And this is the next Pantone card that I painted on. I did a whole video on this, me just painting this whole splash. It's like a splash of water or something, like a wave. The video is on my channel. This is the last video that I uploaded. This took me like 15 minutes to make. And I mostly spent most of my time doing that top art, really. Because I was trying to I was trying to do realism, but then I kind of just gave up on that. I kind of gave up on trying to make it like realism, because it was a lot of detail, and I'm drawing on these small, these are going to be more like, what's the word, because I want to say impressionism, but it's really not. I don't know if I can consider this impressionism. Maybe expressionism, I'm not really sure. And then I decided to draw the thumbnails of random videos that were recommended to me. The two on the left side the two on this side, this one and the one under it, are from videos from channels that I haven't watched, but I like the thumbnails. And then the blue and the green on the right side are from channels that I actually do watch. But I decided to draw the thumbnails of the YouTube channels because I was on my laptop and I was doom scrolling, looking for something to watch, but nothing really catching my eye. So I was like, why not turn this doom scrolling into something useful by drawing the thumbnails? And obviously the post-it notes are the channel names and the video title of the thumbnails that I drew. If you want to go check those videos out, trying to give credit to the people who make their thumbnails and whatnot. Don't want to just take their stuff and not credit them. I'm trying my best. But then I found a movie to watch. The movie name is Clue. And I saw a TikTok on Pinterest. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put the name of the person it's from on the screen. She does this as a practice by drawing scenes from whatever she's watching in her sketchbook, and I was like, I want to try that. So I watched Clue, and I drew scenes from Clue, the movie made in 1985. If you haven't watched it, you should. And I drew scenes, and she used a dark color. In her video, she used a black marker with a gray marker, but I chose to add color in the mix. I wanted to use color, not black and gray. Plus, my black markers all ran out, so... And this is sketchbook paper. This paper is very thin, so I can't just use any marker in this. So the black marker I could have used was done. But yeah, this turned out to be really cool. And one thing about me is that if I like it, I'm going to do it again. So I did it again, this time with Stump the Yard. This movie is one of my all-time favorites. I've loved this movie ever since I was a kid, from the first time I watched it as a kid. But yeah, I decided to do it again. This time I used different colors. Obviously I used a yellow. Well, it looks yellow, but it's really like a light orange color. It's supposed to be orange and blue, but that didn't really pan out well. It just looks like a golden yellow color. But yeah, I watched Stump the Yard. That movie was like 2 hours long. And I did more squares this time to really give myself a challenge to see if I could do it smaller and whatnot. And this is what I ended up having. I was so hyped when I finished them because they looked so good. But this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. And yeah, and I'll see you later.